I'm Roger.
And I'm Adam.
And welcome to another episode of RC Street Shop's Product of the Week.
Yes. Look, we have a Losi on deck today.
Yep.
We don't do a lot of Losi.
Well, Losi isn't coming out with much new stuff.
Yeah.
Compared to some of the other people. What this is the new Losi Baja Rey. And there has been a ton of excitement about this because this is a direct competitor to the Axial Yeti trophy truck.
All right, so before you tell me all about the amazingness of this, what comes in the box?
In the box, you get the truck and the transmitter. That's it.
Oh, fancy.
No battery, no nothing. Just
nothing.
Truck and transmitter, which is kind of bare by today's standards, but still considered ready to run.
Oh, yeah, well, we all need to talk about that ready-to-run moniker. But I suppose they're using it in that all the electronics are installed and blah,
Correct.
blah, blah, and all that.
Correct.
All right, so why did you decide we had to have this?
Well, there's been a lot of buzz about this. It's a new product from Losi. It's not brand spanking new. It's been out for about a month.
Okay.
But we get a lot of calls about it. And like I said, there was definitely a buzz about the Baja Rey and how awesome it was going to be compared to the Yeti trophy truck.
Okay.
This is a shot directly at Axial from Losi. I mean, the Yeti trophy truck is, it's just like this. Or I should say, this is just like the Yeti trophy truck in a lot of ways. But it's also better in a lot of ways, too. It's different but the same. Mm-hmm. They both have these movable spare tires.
Yeah.
The Axial is probably a little bit more scale in the respect that they have actual branded tires. Mm-hmm. They have all the livery on it. It's real stuff. This is just
and that stuff costs you money, and you pay for it with the Axial.
Right, and it's not to detract from the Baja Rey at all. And actually, they did a very, very good job with this truck. Mm-hmm. The customers that own them have nothing but really good things to say about them.
So what's this equipped with? This come with
this is a brushless setup. It's a 3,500 kV or 3,800 kV brushless setup. It's got 130 amp Dynamite speed control in it, which is a pretty beefy speed control. Okay. It's got all metal gears, front and rear. It's got metal 3-gear transmission. It's got a center differential. So this is they're banking on a lot of what they've learned with Losi the SE10 mm-hmm. with the Losi short course truck. Okay. The 4-wheel drive model. It's got the cool features. It's got a metal chassis.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. Let me show it. So right there.
So if you look at this from the bottom, you're going to see a lot of similarity between this and the Yeti, where you've got kind of a half a buggy chassis and then this folding setup in the back.
Gotcha.
Another cool feature about this is it's got these little scale disc brakes behind the wheel. And what's cool about that is the calipers are mounted solidly. So a lot of times people will kind of halfway do the scale brake thing, and they'll just put a disc behind it. This actually has a caliper that's mounted to the axle, so it looks totally real.
No kidding.
Really cool.
Interesting.
Really cool feature. This heavily has a locked solid axle on the back and a differential in the front. It's got a center differential. That should help the way it handles. And also, it's got a nice, plush, really smooth suspension.
I did notice that. I did notice that earlier. No, it's not bad looking. What's the price point on this?
This is going to run about $450. Not a cheap truck by any stretch of the imagination.
So they're definitely trying to go head-to-head performance-wise with what Axial is throwing at them.
Right.
Because they're not competing on price.
No, they're not. Because the Yeti, I think, is $50-$60 cheaper than this.
Yeah, and you're getting what Axial is kind of known for, some nice detail. But all that said, if you don't mind foregoing some of the name brand stuff,
this is a really scale truck.
It is a very nice, and it feels good. Yeah,
it's a solid truck. I mean, they actually did a better job on the suspension. Like these arms actually look like the hand-fabricated welded arms you'd find on a trophy truck.
Okay.
So this is a really neat-looking truck. They also did a better job in the back than Axial did. This is one of the qualms we have with the Yeti trophy truck is all the cage in the back tends to interfere with the rear suspension.
Yeah, this is going to be hard to show. I am going to be trying to show this to you in post-production somehow after the fact. But in here, if you look, this is all
open.
All clear and open. Nothing is catching.
Right.
And unfortunately, on the Axial, they have sort of a bar system.
Right. It kind of goes right here, and then the Axial.
It just raises. It catches constantly. And
Not a big deal. It's something you have to modify on your own.
And it is scale. That's meant to represent the real world setup on the actual vehicle. So,
well,
I don't know.
It's just one of the.
Yeah.
But this truck is not without its faults. It's got a stupid battery setup. And then the
well, obviously, if you've got what do you got to do? Unscrew the body in order to get in?
To get to the battery, there's a compartment right here. You clip it,
okay,
and it slides over. Right. That actually is kind of cool. I shouldn't say it has a stupid battery setup.
Yeah.
It's got a dumb connector setup. Because if you look at it right here, the connector is built into some thing here, and it's like, what if you want to go to a Dean's? I mean, not everyone likes this EC3 setup, and not everyone has EC3s. Most people run Dean's or Traxxas plugs. How hard is that going to be to change? Don't know. Don't want to know. But
interesting.
It is,
Is this where you get access to the motor?
This is where you get access to the motor. Here is this plate on the bottom. Now, if you take the body off, if you unscrew everything, it's like a regular RC car. Everything's exposed underneath. But there are some accessibility issues with this. But like I said, kind of nitpicking stuff.
Well, I mean,
the Yeti has its own.
It's an observation that if you're going to have to get in there and swap some stuff around quick, you're not going to be getting in there quick.
Yeah, you're not. It's not happening. You're not doing anything fast on this.
But, I mean, it is nice that it looks good.
Right. And in the truck's defense, as an RC car, it's supposed to be a better performing car than the Axial is.
Okay.
Now, this is secondhand information we've gotten from customers. We haven't really had a way to kind of compare them side by side. But just judging by how nice the suspension works on the Losi, this is going to be a really nice, real well-performing truck.
All right. Let's see. Any other major? So no real innovations in this per se. It's just a well.
No. One thing to note is there's no real spur gear on this.
Okay.
So the motor mounts directly to the transmission, and you have kind of an odd 3-gear setup. So the motor goes into the trans, and I guess what you would consider to be a spur gear is kind of the spur gear and the intermediate gear kind of cast in one piece. Mm-hmm. Then it goes to the center differential, which goes to the drive shafts going out to the front and rear wheels. So this isn't something that you can easily just go, I'm going to change the spur gear on this to mess with it. But on the flip side of that, it has a really neat setup similar to the X-Max where you don't have to adjust the gear mesh on this. It's just got certain holes set up in the motor mounts that are for certain size spur gears, or for certain size pinion gears, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like I said, it's just it's different.
It is. And, a little variety. We'll see how it does.
By no means are we saying it's a terrible product.
No.
It's just, it has some quirks here and there, like everything has. We just want to point them out because that's what we do.
Yeah. I mean, obviously at the end of the day, we are a business. We're hoping to sell a couple of, items to customers, be it service or an RC car or something. Right. But we're not interested in trying to pawn stuff off that's not worthwhile to people.
Right.
We're always trying to find the best fit for the customer.
Whatever we fit in the videos is something that we think is going to be cool.
Yeah, we were literally just out of things to talk about that week. It was on the shelf, and we said we didn't do a video of that one this week. Let's do that one.
Right.
But anyway, so we just got this at the end of the week. Yeah, and I know, like you said, it's not brandy new, but it's new here in the shop.
Yeah, and it's still considered a new product.
Yeah.
It's still new enough to where people would say, "Oh, is that new?"
Is that the new
Baja Rey? Right. Yeah. So, like I said, in closing, awesome truck, awesome scale detail, and I like the fact that it has 3 differentials. That's going to make a big difference in the way it handles, and it's going to make it. I think it's going to be a better performing truck just on paper than the Axial is. But like I said, to each his own. It's nice to have competition because competition always improves the brand.
And to be fair, they do actually have livery on here. Just not as major a livery as...
Well, with the Axial, you get light buckets, you get actual BF Goodrich tires, everything on the truck is kind of, at least has named after something that's real. And that's kind of Axial's thing. That's what they do. Is everything, they go after all the real... And that doesn't mean that this is a bad truck. It just means you didn't pay money for that. Right, you didn't pay for a BF Goodrich licensing.
You didn't pay for copywriting.
On your tires.
Yeah. All right, you said it runs about $450. Mm-hmm. All right, and it's available now. If folks want to see this in person, is there somewhere they can do that?
They certainly can.
Where?
They can come to RC Street Shop.
Really? Where is this magical place you talk of?
It's at 5521 East Spring Street in Long Beach, California.
Nice.
Beautiful Long Beach, California.
Beautiful. It's exotic. Exotic is the way I would describe Long Beach.
Exactly.
To those who have never been.
Exotic in the way that every suburb of LA is exotic. There are houses as far as the eye can see.
Yeah, all right. If they can't come here because they're geographically challenged and they don't know the magic that is Long Beach, can they talk to us on the phone?
You certainly can.
What is that number?
That is 562-425-9000. And by the way, we appreciate the comments on the video, the positive feedback we get for those of you who do call and say that we're friendly and nice and helpful.
Yeah.
Because we are.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah. If you are shy and you don't want to speak words into a phone, you can send us an email. That'll work as well. info@rcstreetshop.com. One of us here will get it, and we'll help you as best we can.
Yep.
We are also doing the social media thing. We are on Twitter, RC Street Shop, all one word. Check us out there. We are on the Instagram, RC Street Shop, all one word. Check us out there. Pictures of our lunch, pictures of our toys.
Pictures of everything.
Pictures of our rock crawling adventures.
Yes.
It's all there. Let's see. And, of course, Facebook. We got the Facebook. Everybody's got a Facebook, right?
Right.
RC Street Shop.
I do.
Like the page. Check it out. If you stalk real carefully, maybe you can find Roger and friend him too. Friend Roger. But Roger wants to be friends with everybody.
He doesn't. He does want to be friends with everybody.
And finally, YouTube. We got the YouTube thing going. Obviously, we do these videos every week, and you're watching this. We appreciate it. If you wouldn't mind, go ahead. Like the video. Just hit that little thumbs up. More importantly, subscribe! Hit that subscribe button. We would appreciate it.
Do it!
Thank you so much. And that's all we got for you this episode. We'll see you next week.